FPS gaming mice are a bit like race cars. They generally don't have loads of extra features or buttons, but they are all about performance. Above all else, the best FPS gaming mice should be lightweight and have low click latency. The shape of your FPS mouse is also key. When choosing a mouse for your needs, it should feel comfortable for your hand size and preferred grip type. Whether you want a reliable wired connection or the freedom of a wireless design, mice for FPS games are designed for speed and accuracy. Number 1. Razer Viper V2 Pro. On the hunt for the best FPS mouse out there? We recommend the Razer Viper V2 Pro. It has the same low-profile, symmetrical shape as previous models in the Viper series, but it's much lighter and features Razer's new Focus Pro 30K sensor, arguably the best gaming sensor currently available. It also has a slightly longer advertised battery life, and like other Razer mice, it uses optical switches, which eliminate dead-bounce delay and the possibility of the switches developing double-clicking issues. That said, Razer has largely managed to lighten this version by removing some of the features found on previous models. It lacks rubber side grips, RGB lighting, and most notably, this version now only has side buttons on the left, while earlier models have an additional pair of side buttons on the right. If you're more interested in weight savings, you may welcome these changes. If you're a fan of some of these legacy features, now is a great time to check out the previous generation Razer Viper Ultimate, which is currently available for cheaper than ever. We'd also be doing a disservice if we didn't mention the Logitech GPROX Super Lite. This mouse's closest competitor. It weighs virtually the same, and its shape is a bit more accommodating to a wider range of hand sizes and grip types. It may not quite deliver the same level of sensor performance as the Razer, but it's an outstanding wireless gaming mouse in its own right. Number 2. Pulsar Xlite V2 Wireless. For something less expensive, at an upper mid-range price point, we recommend the Pulsar Xlite V2 Wireless. It has excellent click latency, a responsive, high-end sensor, and its shape is heavily influenced by one of the most successful right-handed mouse shapes ever produced. The construction of this mouse also includes some pretty radical weight-saving techniques, and it's only a few grams heavier than the considerably more expensive Razer Viper V2 Pro. These weight savings techniques include narrow pill-shaped cutouts in the body and a much more open, skeleton-style baseplate, rather than the solid baseplate found on most other mice. While this gives the mouse a more fragile appearance, during our tests we found that it feels very sturdy and well-built, although it does leave the interior more open to dust and debris. Additionally, because of these weight-saving design choices, the look of this mouse may not be for everyone. While we found it didn't greatly affect the overall comfort of the mouse, the feel of the cutouts on the palm rest is noticeable, and if you're sensitive to the slightly irregular texture, you may prefer the solid plastic palm rest on a more conventional gaming mouse. Number 3. Razer Viper 8KHC. The best mid-range FPS mouse we've tested is the Razer Viper 8KHC. It shares that same iconic shape as the original Razer Viper and has a pair of side buttons on either side, making it an equally viable option for either right or left-handed gamers. Although, what sets this mouse apart is what's under the hood, where most gaming mice have a maximum polling rate of 1000 Hz. This mouse has a maximum polling rate of 8000 Hz. Pushing the polling rate to its maximum will make your cursor movements feel smoother and more fluid. Unfortunately, some games don't support these higher polling rate settings just yet, including a few popular competitive titles. It also takes a fairly high-end machine with a powerful processor to take full advantage of this cutting-edge feature, though most gaming rigs will at least be able to take advantage of either a 2000 Hz or 40,000 Hz setting. That said, it's important to note this mouse isn't nearly as lightweight as the other options on this list, and it doesn't connect wirelessly. However, it offers the best raw performance currently available at a solidly mid-range price point. Number 4. Cooler Master MM720. For a budget pick, we recommend checking out the Cooler Master MM720. While it looks a bit odd compared to most gaming mice on the market, its small and fairly wide shape has an added ring finger rest and is very comfortable for most hand sizes. It's also especially well suited for claw grippers. Much like the Pulsar Xlite V2 Wireless, this mouse also has small cutouts in its body that help reduce its overall weight. Impressively, this mouse weighs only 52 g, making it the lightest recommendation on this list. It also has very low click latency and high-end mouse feet that glide very smoothly on desks and mousepads. On the other hand, it has fairly mushy-feeling side buttons, and its build quality doesn't compare to other models here. The plastic body creaks when applying a fair amount of pressure, and it feels possible to crack the plastic if you press hard enough. However, this isn't an issue under normal circumstances and is only likely to be a concern if you're particularly rough with your mice. Number 5. Razer Viper Midi. As an even cheaper option, we recommend you check out the Razer Viper Midi. Its shape is very similar to the other versions of the Viper lineup on this list. However, It's scaled down to size, making it naturally lightweight and only a few grams heavier than the much more expensive Razer Viper V2 Pro. While its shape makes it well suited for small hands, it's still a comfortable pick for any hand size using a fingertip grip. It feels just as sturdy and well constructed as larger versions in the lineup, and its cable and mouse feet glide smoothly on mouse pads and desks. Performance-wise, it also has outstanding click latency, and despite using an older model's sensor, it performs significantly better than most other options at this price point. Overall, it's a superb budget choice, and few mice can match it in a price-to-performance comparison.